High School Pitchside, brought to you by KFC, Catch, Ping Pong, Water, Powerade, True Shake, Pringles.
Continues to build with skills and thrills. Defending Manning Cup champions Kingston College bringing the heat as they seek a title repeat. What a goal by Casey in that game against Tivoli. All I was seeing was twists and turns. Twist and busting it.
Boy, Daniel, Janae Manalai, this is the type of football that I love to watch.
Yes.
As an avid football fan, my number one sport that I like to watch. These are what I like to see. Because I know sometimes you may have the 90 minutes and the match just dead and boring. But to see skills like that, composure like that, especially at this level. A non-baller like myself, me would have just kicked the ball a long time. But, you know, as the professionals, great composure shown.
Yeah, man, when you talk about Kingston College and the pedigree that they have, just like Jamaica College, they have individual talents that can make the game and turn the tide upside down. So, I mean, a wonderful goal by Karif, who's one of the chief swordsman for this season for Kingston College. It's nothing that is new to schoolboy football, but it's something that you continue to see right throughout the season.
You said nothing new to schoolboy football, but it's also nothing new to Kingston College, right? They have skill over the years with Trayvon Reed, Dwayne, Busy, Atkinson, and now these young boys, they've been taking a page out of those boys' books.
I wonder why you're in purple and white this week.
A girl can't wear a purple hat in peace.
No, it look a bit suspicious.
You're low-key Kingston College
raving about Casey.
Let's just give me a break, guys.
All right, let's now delve deeper into the Manning Cup. Defending champions Kingston College, they lead the charge into a second round berth within the Urban Era tournament. All right. Following their 4-0 win against Haile Selassie on Tuesday, Vassar Reynolds' team extended their lead in Zone B, moving to 24 points from 8 games. And if you can't do much, 3 8s is 24. So that means they won 8 matches. Tivoli Gardens are second on 19 points and are in the round of 16 as well, after beating Charlie Smith 3-2 on Tuesday. All right, so Ginny, as you mentioned, you were at the match on Tuesday with Kingston College. 24 points, 8 matches played, 8 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. What stands out to me most, though,
is the goal difference.
Goal difference. 46 goals scored, only 2 conceded.
And you know what's funny? I was talking to one of the fans, and they were saying that the game that KC played against Haile Selassie wasn't up to the KC standard. But if we look at the numbers, KC has been performing up to the KC standard. So I think they're setting a tone for the competition, and they're letting everybody know that we have the team, we have the quality, and this is what you should expect for the remainder of the Manning Cup season.
In my view, I think just like Jamaica College, they're still in gear 1 because as you mentioned many times, that when you're playing in a group that has literally no competition, and even the competition is just minute. It is just for time for you to just feel out and see the best squad or the best 11 going forward.
Definitely. And they do have a bit of depth in their squad with the likes of Deshaun Byfie. These are players who have been playing for a couple of years. So they have the experience. And I think now is the perfect time of the competition for them to test their skills, trial and error, regardless of the fact that they're winning matches consecutively. They can feel out their team to see what is the best fit for the rest of the season.
And in addition, with having this called Jamaican flavor, they still have Caribbean flavor because Jamal Lewis is a Guyanese. And if you remember last year, Machi Martin was a pivotal, their number 10 last year, was a pivotal player in the Kingston College team that won the Manning Cup. So they try to keep the Caribbean flavor in the team, which is something that is rather interesting, something that needs to be continued for schoolboy football.
Let me ask you this, Daniel. What do you make of Deshaun Byfield's season thus far?
I think he has gone about his season quite well. I mean, the weight is on him because he has been progressing throughout the years consistently. Even Coach Reynolds would have said that. I think Deshaun, over the years, especially for this season, is coming into himself. So as it relates to leading the charge, because you know when you need a championship team, yes, you have a captain, but you need leaders on the team. And for Kingston College to defend their trophy, they're going to need a man like him to continue and be consistent.
Yes, all right. In Zone D, the second round spots have pretty much been decided.
Yes.
And as we saw the table a while ago, last year's beaten finalist St. Catherine High are out in front in Zone D, winning all 8 matches to book their spot in the round of 16. Eltham High are also in the round of 16 after stopping Campion 6-1. And we heard them speak a little bit earlier on CVM on Sunrise, and the Campion boys, despite the loss, seem to still have some sense of hope.
Yes.
And they said in the interview that, you know, as long as we believe, we can go as far as we can. But it does look a little bit sticky. They do have what?
For sure. And, well, Campion, they have they have 13 points and they are third. So let me see who else. Well, I think after they can go through because as the best third place team. So a reminder that for the Manning Cup is the best 3 teams from each group progresses and the best 4th place teams. So Campion are pretty good at the spot there. I'm sure they will be looking to improve. But what stands out to me is, as you mentioned, Ginny, earlier in the read, St. Catherine High School. They went to the finals last year. They didn't cross the line, Daniel. They crumbled against Kingston College. But Daniel, what do you think St. Catherine will make and take from last season's defeat in the final and take that into the knockout rounds this year? Do you see them making another finals run?
I think it's on the cards. I think one of the reasons that would have attributed to St. Catherine not being the full-fledged muscle in the back end of the season, because I would think that fatigue, because remember the same set of players that would have played Parish League for St. Catherine throughout the season. So they would have been playing from probably April, June, they're coming about into Manning Cup season. So fatigue and a sense of tiredness probably would have caused that lopsided performance in the finals. But this year, when I spoke to Coach Patrick, he said that in the group stage, he has rotated a lot. 13-year-olds playing, 15-year-olds playing, and the main chief in Young and Gentles has been getting minutes here and there just to whip their feet. That is what is differently for this season for St. Catherine.
And with Coach Patrick's experience, I don't doubt that they will advance further into the competition. Even if you look at the likes of Eltham in second with 21 points, I think they're also making a statement in the first round. And I think that's a team that we should look at, a dark horse. And they went through the season unbeaten.
The first round, they went through the first round unbeaten last year.
I just want to say a little bit about this Eltham team. Their vice principal, Mr. Allen, is actually the coach. He has been the coach from 2006. And if you remember that 2006 team with Tremaine Stewart, who died, that was a super team. And they have been consistent over the years. They were the group winners last year. They top in their group. And it is no surprise that the program is back up and running again.
Definitely.
Excellent.
A lot of excitement in the Manning Cup. Here are the other teams in the second round. St. Jago and Excelsior, St. George's advanced in Zone A. St. Andrew Technical, Jamaica College from Zone C. And Mona, with a 9-0 beating of Ascot on Tuesday, advanced to from Zone E. Calabar are also in following a 2-1 win against Wolmer's Ronaldo.
Sorry, Ronaldo.
They moved to 21 points. Third place Wolmer's, who have 15 points. Now they need a draw to advance from Zone E.
And that they absolutely will. And
go Mona anyways. Mona is, you know what I mean.
Whatever. All right. Remember, guys, the top 3 teams from each zone, along with the best 4th place team, will advance to the round of 16. And with that, we're on our first break here on High School Pitchside for this week. But not to worry, the man himself, the elderly statesman, Giovanni Brady, will join us next.
know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Welcome back to High School Pitchside. The Da Costa Cup Round of 32 kicks off this weekend live on CVM TV. We have a doubleheader just for you from the Catherine Hall Sports Complex at 3:30 p.m. Raciz and Magati square off in Group 2. Then at 6 p.m. in Group 1, Cornwall College, who finished the first round unbeaten, they will face Kemshill, who will continue to impress this season, beating favorites Glenmuir and the defending champions Garvey Maceo. Now, I'm joined by two experts in the Da Costa Cup. They know a lot of things that are going on that side. Guys, talk to me about those performances so far.
You go first.
All right, so I think we'll start with the other team there, Kemshill. Kemshill has been very impressive. Surprisingly, even though they beat Glenmuir and Garvey Maceo back-to-back, they went on and lost to Denby yesterday. You know, football, funny game,
yes,
right?
But is it football?
But yeah, Kemshill, Keegan Mitchell, he's a very, very good, very competent coach. We saw some of the stuff that he would have done this season, especially against Glenmuir. I was very impressed with his performance against Glenmuir. The team really sat in. Glenmuir had a lot of the ball. They defended very well, and they scored. Last season, we had a discussion about teams kind of giving up against big schools, and that was something I was very impressed with. I think you have to give Mr. Mitchell his kudos for that. Even if you don't have the talent to match a quote-unquote big side, you can have the spirit, you can have the fight, you can have the never say that attitude. And that is something that Kemshill has showed consistently so far this season, you know, and they've made it to the big boys table, round of 32 football, you know.
I want to speak specifically to the bigger schools. We talked about Kemshill and how they have shown some sort of prowess this season. But do you think that when those quote-unquote smaller schools kind of challenge the Garvey Maceos and the Glenmuirs, that it kind of will shake anything in their camp? Because as in there is a lot of experience from the Andrew Pearce and the Lester Hibberts. But do you think that now they have a little bit more to look at when you have the likes of Kemshill beating you in games?
I think it's something that you can definitely pay attention to.
Yeah.
So if it's a case, Gio, that they meet this team again, they remember from last season that they had quality players that kind of did not allow them to play the way that they wanted to play.
Yeah.
And it's good for schoolboy football overall, because this notion that small schools will cannot beat big schools is gone right through the window. And I'm happy for that to see so-called small schools progressing. And I think for schoolboy football overall, it is something that is on a development status. You can say that it is good. The younger players are getting their feet wet early, because a lot of these smaller schools, you involve the 14s and 16s from early. So over time, they'll be well-seasoned campaigners in the school football.
I think it also forces the big schools to dot all their I's, cross all their T's, because it's not like they're coming out of a zone where there's no competition. You know, they're, well, like some schools. But it's not like they're coming out of a zone with no competition. And, you know, when they go to the second round, it's like a shock to the system. They would have tasted defeat. They would have tasted, you know, that rivalry, that team that will fight them to the end. And it builds them. It builds their fortitude and their mentality going to the second round. So I think small schools playing good football, it builds camaraderie within those schools as well, the smaller schools.
And the community as well.
It helps, and the community, because Kemshill community, when I saw some clips when they defeated Glenmuir. Absolute pandemonium.
Yes.
I'm glad that Daniel brought up the developmental aspect of it, because a lot of these Kemshill players, we've been watching them over the years, and now they're matriculating into kind of just showing more of their quality. Can you speak to me a little bit more about what you know is happening with the Kemshill program?
Clarendon is a parish right now. And I mean, and Clarendon is never short of talent, and the Kemshill program steadily over the years would have been going from strength to strength, even from a resource basis, because as we always speak about in smaller schools, they tend to not have the resources like the so-called big school. And when because of this continuous development, continuous progression, Gio.
Retaining players.
Retaining players as well, because if Glenmore plays at school like Kemsin, they were probably looking at, hey, we need that player, number 10 or that goal scorer.
Yeah.
And so schools now are able to, like Kemsin, be able to retain their players and also build for the future.
Well,
that is something I think that we need in football.
I'm glad to hear that assessment. I know that the Kems Hill High coach is looking forward to their game on Saturday, and I think we have a sound bite, so let's hear what they have to say.
Cornwall is a very tough team. We know that from last year. We played them at Jarrett Park last year, and they did now 1-1 draw, but we know the quality that Cornwall possesses, so we just have to equip ourselves and get ready for them.
We speak a lot about their development, or the progress, and how they've improved over the year. Last year they made it to the round of 16 with Cornwall College, and now they're in a similar position. Do we think that they can go even further this season?
Yeah.
Last season they played Cornwall College pretty close. They managed to qualify for the Ben Francis Cup, and I think the next thing, the invention of the Champions Cup, and we've had this discussion on this program before, I think it gives the smaller schools something to play for.
Yes.
Even when they drop out in this, if they drop out in the round of 16 or round of 32, they can still say, okay, I can win a trophy. As a matter of fact, we've seen the Walker Cup save JC's britches. They don't keep that trade. And very competitive. I remember Stats and JC were in a very big Walker Cup final. So again, I think, will they go through past a Cornwall College? Cornwall has been very good this year. Very, very good this year, but I don't think so. But again, the Ben Francis Cup gives them a chance to win something.
Definitely. What do you say about the Ben Francis Cup and the addition, the opportunity for the players to get another chance?
I agree with you, ironically, though I agree with you a lot, but I think it's a good opportunity for smaller schools to go home with silverware. I remember my boys from Haile Selassie, they went to the Walker Cup final against Silver Guards and lost on penalties. That's the first final I think the school would have been since I've been there. So it's so, and after that, there was a buzz around the Haile Selassie high school team. So yeah, it's all good for me, and I think it's something that we can continue to look forward to.
All right, well, here are the groups for the Da Costa Cup round of 32. Cornwall College is one of the 8 unbeaten teams entering the Da Costa Cup second round. They won Zone A with 28 points, winning 9 matches and drawing only 1. Received top Zone B with 7 wins and 3 drawn results. Let's take a break and more football after this.
No, I said, Pearson, you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, Bridging. No shake hand, I can play a little bit, Bridging.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, Bridging. Just live good, man.
I make the violence done. Crispy, creamy, what a catch. So tasty. What a catch. With a caramel center. What a catch. And so much much chocolate, ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. First it's crispy, then it's creamy, with so much chocolate, smooth and milky. And when you go a little deeper, it's fine caramel, ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. What a catch, oh, 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 oh. What a catch, you know we love you. What a catch, oh, 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 oh. First it's crispy, then it's creamy, what a catch.
Manchester High's record-breaking goal-scoring run continued on Wednesday with a 7-1 win over Mount St. Joseph in Zone F of the Da Costa Cup. They find the end of the first round with a tally of 76 goals from 10 matches. On Saturday, Manchester High beat the Carteret College 10-0 to break the record for most goals in the first round of the rural area competition. They beat the record of 68 goals, which they jointly held with Rossies High in 2015. Joining us now is Donovan Duki, who coached Manchester High to that record in 2015. Welcome to our show, Coach Duki. I know you're at Mona High, but we have to just draw back into history class and talk about your time at Manchester. You guided them to a prolific goal-scoring season in 2015, where you eventually lost the Ben Francis Cup to St. Elizabeth Technical. But seeing that the record for the most first-round goals being broken after 10 years, how are you feeling knowing that this Chester team is so close to your heart?
First of all, let me say a special welcome to your visitors and your listeners from local and abroad, and thanks for having me on your program. It's a great feeling. I am elated to know that Manchester High has broken their own record, and I'm definitely glad to be a part of that in 2015. You know, it was a good feeling. So congratulations are in order, and to the coaching staff. That 2015 record was really amazing. It was a good achievement for us as a group, for the school, and the fans of Manchester. And also, I want to also single out someone that it was very special to, also a past student by the name of Dr. Carl Bruce. He has given everything to the program. And, you know, kudos to him, much respect to him. I can recall that the boys and the team were exceptional. It stood for a decade, which is clearly an indication that it was an amazing feat, a great achievement. As I said previously, a heartfelt congratulations to the current record holder and the coaching staff and the Manchester High family. You know, it's just a joy to know that the success is continuous in those parts of Jamaica.
Coach Duki, Ronaldo Adams here. If we should compare the 2015 first round to this season, Manchester had one heavy scoring game, a 20-0 win over Winston Jones back in 2015. This season, however, they whopped the Carteret College 10-0 and Cross Keys a similar whopping 19-0. Is there much to read into those scorelines for this season?
Well, it's very difficult to always make a comparison across all the areas of the preparation of the team. But there will always be different obstacles that each team will have to overcome. And in order to achieve the designated goals and objectives, I think in 2015 we had our objectives. And the current coaching staff now has theirs. But I'm sure that the objective is always to win. But, you know, depending on the quality of the team, you'll definitely get to score some goals. But what I'll say that contributed to the record previously and this record now is that Manchester High School has always been a force to reckon with. And I hate to repeat myself, but there is this man and a set of past students with the support of the school board and the principal, Mr. Gabriel. And that man is Dr. Carl Bruce again. I hate to repeat myself. He knows he has eyes for talent. He knows the level that it exemplifies in order to win. But I think the challenge is that Manchester High is able to always put together a very competitive team, but in comparison to other zones, the level of competitiveness in the games are very low. So Manchester High will be able to dominate and score a lot of goals, especially with a prolific goal scorer back then and now. And so in order to achieve this, it is based upon the level of competitiveness that the other teams will also provide. No disrespect to the other teams. But Manchester is always a superior team in the zone, and therefore the domination, the dominance is always predominant. So, we'll always achieve this. But, as I said, kudos to them for repeating this, even getting to break the same record that we're holders of. I say we because, we still bleed the blood of Manchester High. But, we'll always be able to achieve this. But until the level of competitiveness improves from the other school, I think it will be much different going forward.
Coach Duque, I want to speak to the rich tradition that is at Manchester High. I visited the school last week, Saturday, and the old boys were out in their numbers. With that heavy support, why do you think Manchester High isn't able to cross that line and be able to win the title completely?
Very good question. And this is something that has bothered me throughout my tenure there. Up front, I was there for maybe 3-4 years, and behind the scenes for over 15 years. I can tell you that. And, it's very difficult for Manchester High to be the champions. One, when you play in a zone such as the one in Manchester, it promotes a false narrative of how good you are. First thing. Then,
interesting.
Then, in terms, so the quality of the team is good. The level of competitiveness is not so good. So then you would start to develop a thing they call tendencies. So you think it's okay. Okay, we win 20, we win 10, 9, and then you're in your comfort zone. Then, boom, the first game of the second round comes up. It's Stats in front of you. It's Monroe in front of you. It's Dintle in front of you. Then those tendencies start to come to the fore, and it's just not enough. You're playing against teams now with quicker transition, good coaching staff, good as yours. Now there's the Lennites in front of you. There is the Jerome Waite of this and yesterday. So what starts to happen is that you start to see the quality that was needed in comparison to why would State win so many titles, because of their competitiveness in the zone, which is much higher than Manchester High.
Yes, so we're going to shift gears a bit now. We're coming back to the corporate era as you are aiming to be a champion with Mona High School in the Manning Cup. You're through to the second round as Zone E winners, and you kick off the second round against, you kick off the second round shortly, and I'm sure you're looking to maintain the momentum. Yes, Coach?
Yes, very proud to be a part of a Mona High coaching staff, which was created by Craig Butler. And so it has to be very clear that I'm signed to Phoenix, and then Phoenix has responsibility to Mona and has responsibility to Chapelton Maroons. So there is Craig Butler, who is the technical director of all the programs, and I would minus myself for a minute, along with Ricardo Martin, our other coach, and say to our technical director, kudos for putting these boys together. He has done a lot of work along with the school, the partnership, and it's just a proud moment for us to work together, and we are achieving this.
I'm glad you brought that up, Coach. Finally, in the Jamaica Premier League, you guided Phoenix Chapelton Maroons to a good start this season with 2 consecutive wins, but back-to-back defeats have slowed you down a little bit. Next up is Mount Pleasant in an away match on Sunday. This is another tough fixture for you, but you're Donovan Duque, so what do you say?
Yes, definitely we live for this, and kudos to the boys. In pre-season, we had a beautiful 2.5 months. And we matriculated from the pre-season, and we ended in the competition phase. We started good 3 consecutive wins. I think the mental fell down a bit. You have to go back and look at history. Most of our teams was the same team that got relegated at Veer. So now we start to win. The psychology goes a bit. Then we ended up in a bad spot, but it will not define us. We will give a better reaction the next time.
Well, I don't doubt your experience, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're looking forward to seeing you on your match on Sunday. And I want to talk to you in an interview soon, so I hope to see you at a Mona match.
Thank you very much, and the pleasure was all mine. Keep up the good job.
Start your journey with a Jane Bank Small Business Loan with small business loans with as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million.
The time is 8:30.
I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on High School Pitchside. And we're going to kickstart the Powerade Team Talk with our Powerade Hydration Tip of the Week. Drink Powerade before you feel thirsty, as thirst means you're already starting to dehydrate. And in this week's Powerade Team Talk, Jordan Fort goes behind the scenes with Mona High School.
Established in 1979, Mona High School was not known for its sporting prowess. But in came Craig Butler in 2021 with a mission to take the school to the pinnacle in schoolboy football. That feat was achieved in 2023, just 3 seasons after Butler's staff took over the program. But despite climbing to the mountain top in 2023 and taking the Walker Cup trophy last year, Butler thinks the 2025 team tops both.
I think this is the best team I've ever coached. I've had quality players before in the past, but it's the best team. Many of these boys have come up through our Phoenix program and then went to Mona after. And they have been playing together. Some have been playing together since 6 years old. So the quality is there, the passing is there, the camaraderie is there, the unity is there, and the pride is there in the school as well. So, you know, I think this is the best team.
The results for Mona in the Manning Cup group stages support Butler's opinion. 8 wins from 8, 57 goals for, 4 against, makes for great reading for any Mona fan. But the question is, could the first round opposition be considered strong?
Absolutely. Calabar is a very strong team. Woolmans has good quality players. Dunoon has always been a good school in terms of what they produce and what they bring to the table. So we've faced good teams. We've always come out of the early zones and performed. So it's not a question of whether or not we have played good teams. It's just that the level of the players that we have is very high. So it makes it look a little easy.
The toughest game was most likely the first game, which was Calabar. was the most challenging because we started out bad and we had to fight back to come back and win the match.
Sean Layton is Mona's star player. 20 goals at the time of this recording. The lanky teenager who went on trial at Chelsea was living up to the billing as one of the standout players in the competition. He has been entrusted with the captaincy for the 2025 season as Butler and his staff see him as the right man to lead.
He wasn't elevated, he actually grew into the role. Sean has played 5 years at Manning Cup already, started at 12 years old, and had COVID not come around, he would have been playing 6. So this is really his rightful place as the captain. He has gotten a lot of good examples from the players that have gone before him. Don Hugh Mitchell, Dante Peralta, Robinho Gordon, all really good captains that have gone before. So I think the quality with Sean is exceptional. But Sean is not the only talent. You know, we don't want to act as if we're depending on Sean. We have at least 6, 7, 8, 9 starters from last year repeating and coming and playing here again. And they're only reaching 16, 17 now. So we have them again for another 2 years. And we have some really good quality players that have come in as well.
I've just known that I am the leader, so I can be making the mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but I have to try and set an example as a leader in the team. I wouldn't say it's difficult or easy. I just say it's a young group. Not hard, but you just have to keep them focused and keep them humble and keep their head high.
Butler is keen, though, on pointing out that it's not just about Layton.
PK Morton, the St. Kitts under-17 top winger. There's Franklin Mitchell from St. Kitts. He's also a top striker. There's Skylar McFarlane, one of the all-time leading goal scorers out of prep school, coming through into 6th form. There's Howard Robinson, our goalkeeper.
Forward Skylar McFarlane is one of the standout players identified by Butler. He is a transferee from St. George's College High School.
Transition has been excellent because I've been at Phoenix for all my life and I'm just playing with the teammates that I'm used to and comfortable with. So it was an easy transition.
Centre-back Javed Wallace sometimes plays as the anchorman in midfield. He draws inspiration from a Spanish icon, Sergio Busquets.
The reason why I said Busquets is because I love how he passes the ball, turn in midfield, everything scan. My best advice from my coach is that school is as important as football, playing on the field.
Some of my goals after high school is to score more goals in the Manning Cup and become one of the best players that play Manning Cup this season.
Evidence of recent success to draw on, and a strong technical support staff has this Mona unit dreaming of a second Manning Cup crown in just 3 seasons.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure. I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
Commercial spaces for you. Parks and attractions for you. Housing and residential developments for you. Beautiful rental properties for you. Improving quality of life through infrastructure development across Jamaica for you. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation.
UDC for you.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
What's up, everybody? Fraser McConnell here. We're in Qiddiya, Saudi Arabia for the FIA Extreme H World Cup. Behind me is my Zeroid Motorsports Extreme H car. and you can catch all of the action on CVM Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Don't miss it, all live.
FIAH World Cup, brought to you by Texaco.
Protecting Jamaica's borders is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively fulfilling this mandate. The time, brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency, is
8:40.
School is still in session and it's time to get into another history lesson. Ronaldo Adams takes charge of this week's history class. Take it away, Ronaldo.
For this week's history class, we're going to time travel back to 1994. Not too long ago. That was the year that Woolmer's Boys School last won the Manning Cup, and they defeated Tivoli Gardens High School with Carlington Poppyman Clark, which was a midfielder and a striker in the squad. Now, we're going to stroll down memory lane with the man himself. Poppy, welcome to the program. How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sure you're a very busy man, but you made the time for us today, and we are very, very grateful.
Yes, no doubt. What's my school have to represent, you know?
1 euro circle, 1 euro circle.
1 euro circle, no, never to one.
Okay, before we go down memory lane though, Poppy, what do you make of the season so far for Woolmer's? What's the ceiling, in your opinion, this year?
It's an up and down season here. It's a young team. So, you know, they're taking time to develop and thing. You know, so hopefully they grasp and they move forward, you know, take what they can take from this season and come back next season to a better season.
They have progressed through to the second round. Me personally, before the season started, I said that I was predicting a not semi-final, a quarter-final run. What says you?
Okay. Well, no, I expected that because, you know, Kurt Booth is the man in charge of sports at Woolmer's. I think is football at Woolmer's, and he keep me abreast of what's going on with the program. So, you know, he told me what to expect. He told me it's a young team. So, you know, second round is a good bet for them.
Okay, all right. So, we're going to go back.
Quarterfinals, I should say, sorry.
Yes. So, we're going to go back now to your time, Poppy. 1994. Yes. What do you recall from that historic season?
1994 is a special time, and I'll tell you why. A good amount of the team we played from Coles go right up. Some of us played Pepsi together, but most of us played Coles together too. So we knew each other, and you know, we basically were like brothers. Plus, we have a strong old boy input too. Because like 3 members of the 1971 team was the last team to win Manning Cup before us in 94. Jeff Malachi, Frank Lawrence, Bonnie Cookus, I can't remember Bonnie Cookus' right name. They were at training every day. When I tell you, Jeff Malachi came and kicked ball in him, you know, call it hit me, kill me. yeah, Jeff Malachi come and kick ball, you know, in them gentleman shoes. So, you know, we had that input. So it felt like we were with royalty. So I wanted that to, you know, it was a tremendous impact on us.
Ricardo Bibi Gardner was also a member of that team. During his schoolboy days, did you foresee him becoming the great that he eventually became?
Yes, no doubt. From him was playing Pepsi, everybody said this boy is special, you know. Very, very special. I remember one match Bibi play and Bibi just dribble through the whole opponents and score, you know. So we know Bibi was a very special player from trust me. Funnily, Bibi was supposed to be in 1993. And we went to finals and lost 1993. But it's a rule he broke, and that's what made he didn't play in 1993. 1994 was...
Yes, go ahead.
So 1994 was his first year.
Yes.
So, you know, but he shot in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew Bib was a special talent. We knew everybody knew Bib was a special talent.
You also had your stint in the national setup at some level, in the under-17 level to be specific. When you got that call up, Poppy, how did you and your family react?
Well, trust me, everybody was so excited because it's funny because you see, how to put it now? I started playing organized football at let me explain that situation to you now. My first year was I never played Pepsi, you know. Believe it or not. The coach came from Mona Prep, and when he came, he said, Prep school man, go over that side. Who played last year, go over that side with them. Who played Ken Matthews under 40, go over there too. And I said, the rest of you go over that side. And I went to Michael all age. So I was a prep school.
Okay.
So we were on the other side playing like 35 against 35. You know? And them man, they had the back turned to us, ignoring us. They were just focusing on the prep school players, the men who played last year, and the men who played under 40. It's Jackie Walters. Because Jackie Walters, who was coaching Jamaica under 40, he saw me, I lived in Upper Camp.
Yes.
So he saw me playing, so he knew I could play. So Jackie Walters who came down to Wolmer's and asked to come play a finals, Ken Matthews under 40 finals for him. And that's how everybody at Wolmer's really know, you know?
Yes.
That Poppy is a baller. And the next year I played Pepsi, and funny because the year 88, they went to finals and lost. I played Pepsi 89, and the coach said if I was playing 88, we probably would have won.
Yes.
But he never realized that it's him didn't select me.
But it's your life work out though, Poppy.
Yeah. So it's like, if you want to call it late bloomer or everything happens so fast, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything happens so fast.
Yes. Your given name, the name that mommy and daddy gave you is Carlington. How did you end up with the alias Poppy Man and then subsequently Poppy Dog?
All right. Listen now. My brother, remember I tell you I went to Michael Arledge, right?
Yes.
Which is right beside Wolmer's.
Mm-hmm.
And our older brother who went to Wolmer's before me. Interesting that he left 88, I started 88.
Mm-hmm.
But, so them used to call him Dogman. So me, as a little brother coming from Michael, coming over to Wolmer's, naturally Dogman, the little one is Poppy Man. So I started as Poppy Man.
Right, right.
But gradually, when I started Wolmer's now, you know, people associate Poppy with dog. They turned into Poppy Dog.
Mm-hmm.
But now people call me Poppy alone.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, that's you know, but even still, some like my coach, one of my cricket coach, George Walters, he still call me Poppy Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why he knew me from my brother. He coached my brother in cricket.
Excellent, excellent. Nice,
You know
nice.
from my brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the final, I'm not sure if you recall, Poppy, you made you gave Bibi Gardner an exceptional assist, but unfortunately it was ruled out for offside. A two-part question. Do you remember that assist? And do you think if it happened, let's say if we had VAR back in that time, do you think VAR would have helped you out?
Yes. Let me tell you, the linesman is someone that taught to good. Well, assistant referee, he's someone that taught to good. And he told me he didn't know why he raised his flag.
Wow. So I'm robbing you of such a brilliant moment, Poppy.
He said he didn't know why. He said he just looked so sublime, like, do your baby control the ball and whatever, your baby hands the ball. He said he don't know what he raised the flag for. That's what he told me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that same final, you played Tivoli Gardens. Tivoli was such a tough, hard-nosed defensive team. How difficult was it to face them in the final, especially being that they won the Walker Cup earlier in the season?
No, I'm going to tell you what happened now. our second game of the season, Tivoli beat us 1-0, you know.
Yes.
One thing me and, you know, Craig Perch, Damian Lyons also, one thing we always say, we're not going to make one team beat us 2 times in one season.
All right.
Because there you go, hear them say we are them beating stick. You understand? So we're not going to make one team beat us 2 times in one season. So for the finals, we were determined to beat them back. So yeah, we just came out for the finals hard, you know, ready to die for it.
Yes.
So remember, I told you when it was finals 93. So you know, we never want to be viewed as perennial losers. You know?
Yes.
So yeah, it was just a combination. It was just destined to be.
Lastly, Poppy, we're going to get you out of here on this one. What are you doing these days? Are you still associated with football, or did you choose a different path?
Well, probably a different path chose me.
Expound on that for us.
Well, in 2008, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Did 4 surgeries in 8 months, and basically my life just changed from there. I don't play football no more. You know, I moved from Maryland to Jersey, from Jersey to Florida. So, you know, it's just been difficult, basically.
All right, Poppy, we want to thank you very much for your time today. We all of us, as Wolmerians, we're not going to be objective in this section because we're finishing out now. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. I have a little friendly wager with my co-host, Gio, on the show that Wolmers is going to win a trophy this year. So hopefully they can deliver for me on that. But thank you very much. All the best with your health. Wish you and the family nothing but the best. Thank you very much again for your time. All right?
Thank you for having me. No, thank you for having me.
Agekwadagis, my brother. Big up.
Thank you for the always.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was Carlington Poppyman or Poppy Dog Clark. Thank you very much again, Poppy, for joining us, and all the best.
Everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it down. Shine your lights
It's now time for our final segment here on High School Pitchside, and we're going to hit the big screen for your comments in fan view. And this week we'll be reacting to, Vauxhall High School's head coach, Kyle Butler, and his reaction to their 4-1 loss to Jamaica College. Ready? Let's go. All right, first one. Is that Grimacy and we're not halfway in the season yet? Love the confidence. Do it for the youth them there. She's alluding to Kyle's gray and white hairs in his face and beard, in his hair and beard. Moving on. Moving on. Yes, Sledge says, Wolmer's is my school. Yeah! But definitely rooting for this Umber and his clique. Go and do it, Miss General. Stand up in it. All right, next up. Alti says, can't beat JC. Can't beat JC, brother. Maybe next year. Relax, relax. Next up. Brian Russell says, we did have to settle them, I swear. Brian is a JCU old boy, so that is why he must say, yo, we have to get we have to settle Vauxhall. Next up, Sleeping and I says, LOL, draw with them on your bad pitch and got dismantled on a smooth pitch. And the head coach, Kyle Butler, he rounds out the comments by saying, we move forward. We got it wrong today, but we will move forward. The objective remains the same. Keep supporting the boys and the school. And the Vauxhall colors there, so green and blue. So, one more comment. Producer said one more comment. All right, CVM_high school Pitchside crew says, screaming happy birthday to Ronaldo Adams. Big up yourself, you. Hashtag #1
One Addy.
I don't want to drop. Look. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Ronaldo.
Thank you very much. Big up my side. One CVM high school Pitchside team. I'm grateful for everyone. Thank you very much for the well wishes. Oh, mighty God.
Nice.
What a handsome fella. My. I hope somebody vlogging this for me. I would hope someone is vlogging this for me.
The Wilmerian?
Yes, the Wilmerian. Product of Heroes Circle. Product of Jesse Paul. Product of the University of Technology, Jamaica.
Yes.
No,
Big horse.
no at CVM TV. So thank you guys very much. I truly appreciate this. All right, and that's a wrap on this week's edition of High School Pitchside. All things being equal, we will see you guys again next week, same time, same place, only on CVM TV, as we continue to bring you double headers this Saturday from Montego Bay Sports Complex, with the powerhouse Cornwall College taking on Kempshill and the Giants Rossies playing Magotty. Don't miss it. From myself, Naldo, Janae, and Gio, big up on yourself and stay safe.
High School Pitchside, brought to you by KFC, Catch, Ping Pong, Water, Powerade, True Shake, Pringles.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
I love waking up every day in this country. This is where I was born and raised. I have such a passion for my country, and for me this is home. In Jamaica, lots of people, they look at just like beach, sea, sand, but our mountains are something to behold. It's majestic up there, and it's a different type of peace. It's a different type of lifestyle completely. I could mention many different places that are amazing, but the one thing I do love about Jamaica as well is that you can find that relaxation, you can find that chill in your backyard. Apart from it being an incredibly beautiful country, an incredibly beautiful island, we have a wonderful, wonderful culture, wonderful, vibrant, colorful people. There is definitely a realness to Jamaica. There's definitely something that no matter what keeps you in touch with reality here. Why come to Jamaica? It all comes back down to Jamaica as a whole. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the climate. Come out and meet us, come out and experience what Jamaica has to offer.